God just left the bank in shock. A huge sum of money was quietly deposited in your name. But if you don't listen to God now, they'll hand it to someone else. Stop scrolling. You have to hear this. Don't miss this moment, or you may miss your breakthrough. What is coming for you isn't ordinary. This is urgent, divine, and personal. I need you to stay till the end. Your name has been written on something greater than you expected. But if you turn your ear away now, it may slip through your hands and be given to someone else. This isn't a metaphor. This is spiritual reality. Your obedience is the key to unlock it. Comment Amen if you believe this is not an accident. The heavens have moved on your behalf. What has been stored, what has been sealed, what has been hidden has just been deposited in your name. But you must understand, every blessing has a window. Every promise comes with a choice. Every miracle demands response. What I have released into the earth with your name on it will remain untouched until you move in faith. If you delay, it will be past. If you ignore, it will be transferred. You are standing in front of a vault, and the code is not knowledge, it is obedience. This is not about money alone. What was deposited is a destiny shift, a divine resource, a door, a healing, a release from bondage, and yes, even a financial increase. But it was placed quietly, no alarms, no announcements, because it wasn't for everyone, it was for you. And now you must decide if you will walk away from what heaven just assigned to your life. Your silence can cancel your own miracle. Listen closely. I am the Lord your God. I don't speak in riddles. I don't play games with your soul. I deposit purpose, favor, and answers in the lives of those who are positioned to hear me. When I said the bank was shocked, it's because I didn't use human forms to make the deposit. I bypassed systems. I disrupted protocol. Because what I placed under your name is too sacred for man to interfere with. But it can still be redirected if you refuse to trust me now. I placed it in your name because I have called you, even when others overlooked you, even when you felt unworthy, even when life screamed that you were too late, too broken, too small. I ignored all of that and called you mine. I backed it with a blessing so weighty, no demon in hell can reverse it. But you must listen. You must follow. You must believe. The only threat now is your hesitation. This is the moment that divides seasons. You've cried enough. You've begged enough. You've waited enough. And now I, the Lord, have moved. But it's quiet, it's hidden, because not everyone can handle the weight of this word. You can. That's why I sent it to you. Not a crowd, you. Because your name is on the release. Your name is on the assignment. Your name is on the blessing. Comment 1111 if you believe God is speaking directly to you right now. There are blessings that only reach those who are awake in the Spirit. You must stay alert. The enemy would love nothing more than to distract you now. He knows what I placed in your name. He can't touch it, but he can trick you into forfeiting it. He'll use delays, he'll use noise, he'll whisper lies. But I gave you this word, so you'll recognize the deception. I'm telling you, this is your hour. Do not say later. Do not say you'll think about it. Do not say you'll trust me after you see more. The blessing is already in your name. What you do next decides if you ever hold it in your hands. I will not force your obedience. I won't chase your attention. I've spoken. I've moved. The bank of heaven is never confused. If you step away, another will be assigned what was meant for you. Yes, the deposit is real. And no, you didn't earn it. That's what makes it grace. I gave it freely, but it won't be cheap to keep. It will cost you your pride, your fear, your comfort, It will demand your surrender. But what you'll gain is beyond imagination. Peace that passes understanding, favor that overtakes you, protection that covers your name, your home, your generations. I don't bless halfway. When I move, it shakes everything. I've seen how long you've waited. I know how tired you've grown. I understand how much you've wanted me to step in. And I have. But not in the way you expected. I've deposited the next level under your name, but you must rise to receive it. This is not the time to shrink, not the time to reason your way out. This is the moment you must walk by faith and not by sight. The blessing is already yours. The question is, will you go pick it up? If this touched your spirit, I ask you to like this video so it reaches someone else who is on the edge of giving up. Someone who has a deposit in their name but doesn't know yet. Your action may unlock someone else's faith. When I say I left the bank in shock, I mean I've stunned the gates of darkness. I've confounded your enemies. I've shifted spiritual territories in your favor. And none of it makes sense to those who measure worth by status or titles. I chose you because I saw your heart. I saw your tears. I saw what you gave when you had nothing left. And I have rewarded that quiet faith with an open heaven. Your enemies will be confused. Your friends may not understand, but this isn't for them. This is for the one who trusted me in the silence. For the one who kept praying when nothing moved. For the one who gave when they needed a miracle themselves. I saw it all, and I kept the record. And now, I've placed the reward, quietly, supernaturally, fully. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is about stepping into alignment with what I, the Lord, have already written over your life. I didn't just deposit resources, I deposited purpose. I placed destiny in your hands, and time is moving. You must walk with me now before this door closes. So many live their whole lives praying for something they never prepared to receive. I don't want that for you. That's why I sent this word with urgency. Not because I want to scare you, but because I want to stir you. You've been on the edge of something for so long. You've stood in front of closed doors. You've heard the word wait more than you've heard go. But this is different. This time I've said go. And it's not because you're ready in your eyes, it's because I've declared you ready in mine. Comment 222 if you trust me more than what you see right now. Don't second guess yourself now. You've already been approved. You've already been equipped. This deposit isn't a gamble. I don't invest where there is no harvest. I saw the seed you sowed in secret. I saw the obedience when no one was clapping for you. I saw the sacrifice when you had every reason to walk away. That's why this is yours. That's why your name is on the blessing. This isn't a favor out of pity. This is a reward rooted in heaven's justice. But listen, every heavenly deposit comes with a test of focus. Just like Peter walking on water, it's not enough to just hear my voice. You must keep your eyes on me. There will be distractions. There will be storms. People will question why you're stepping out now. Some will tell you to wait longer. Others will laugh. But if you listen to them, you'll miss what I've laid aside for you. And if you hesitate too long, someone else will carry what I wrote under your name. The enemy won't steal this from you. He can't. But he will try to convince you to hand it over. He'll whisper that it's too good to be true, that you're not holy enough, that your past disqualifies you. But I tell you now, I don't consult your past when I declare your future. My grace covered what was broken. My blood rewrote your record. I never saw you as a lost cause. I saw you as a chosen vessel. And that's why I gave you this word. Let me remind you who I am. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I turned graves into gardens. I split seas to make a way where there was none. I rained manna from heaven and brought water out of rocks. I raised the dead and healed the blind. I calmed storms with a whisper. And I am still the same. I haven't changed. My power hasn't weakened. My presence hasn't thinned. If I said it's yours, it is. But now, it's your turn to believe. Don't look around for confirmation. Look up. I gave you the confirmation when I placed it in your name. I didn't ask the world's opinion. I didn't need their approval. What I have assigned to you is spiritual, eternal, and sealed by my hand. Stop asking if it's really for you. Stop waiting for signs. You've already received one. You're reading this because I wanted you to know. It's time. The vault is open. The blessing is active. The door is swinging. You must walk. Comment 333 to declare your faith even when you don't feel it all yet. You've wondered why doors were closed before, why the job didn't work out, why the relationship ended, why the opportunity slipped through. But hear me now, I close those doors because they would have robbed you of this moment. If you had walked through those paths, you would have settled for less. You would have missed this greater thing I had prepared. I wasn't punishing you. I was protecting what I had planned for you. And now, because you endured, you are ready. This isn't about getting rich. This is about fulfilling kingdom purpose. Yes, the blessing may look like provision. It may look like promotion. But beneath all of that, it is about impact. I am releasing this into your life so you can walk in authority, so you can break generational curses, so you can restore what was broken in your family, so you can carry light into dark places, so others will look at you and see my hand. You were not meant to survive life. You were meant to reign through it. I didn't call you to barely get by. I called you to walk in boldness, clothed in my glory, carrying my word wherever you go. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are my vessel. I placed my spirit in you for such a time as this. You will rise. You will overcome. You will possess what I have given. But don't delay. The Bank of Heaven does not operate on earthly timelines. This isn't about days or weeks. This is about moments of divine instruction. I move when the time is right, and the time is now. If you wait for comfort, you'll miss the window. If you wait for perfect clarity, you'll miss the miracle. Faith is the key, and faith requires action. Step now. Trust me now. Obey now. There are angels assigned to walk with you. You are not moving alone. Every step you take in obedience releases something new. I have already sent favor ahead of you. I have already softened hearts. I have already prepared the way. But the first move must come from you. I gave you the deposit, but you must claim it. I gave you the promise, but you must respond. Heaven is watching, not to judge you, but to cheer you on. All of creation leans forward when a child of God begins to believe. The wind begins to shift, the atmosphere begins to change, because obedience is louder than words. You may feel small, but your obedience shakes realms. When you act in faith, demons tremble. Chains break, doors open, heaven moves. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words, and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've prayed for this. You've cried for this. You've waited for this. Don't let fear stop you now. You don't need to understand it all to walk into it. You just need to trust that I wouldn't call you unless I had already gone before you. I am not just near you, I am with you. I am going to walk every step with you. You will not fall. And even if you stumble, my hand will hold you up. I didn't forget what I spoke over your life years ago. I didn't cancel the promises just because you made mistakes. I never abandoned the blueprint. I was just waiting for the right moment to activate it. That moment is here. The blessing is live. The assignment is moving. Your name is still on it. But your yes must be louder than your fear. Your surrender must be stronger than your excuses. I saw the needs buried deep in your heart. The ones you couldn't even speak out loud. I heard the silent cries in the night, and I responded to them. Not with more delay, but with divine delivery. You think you're waiting on me, but what if I've been waiting on you? What if the delay you've felt was not my absence, but your hesitation to move? I placed something in your name that no one else can claim unless you walk away from it. That's how personal this is. That's how serious this moment is. You're standing at the edge of something sacred. You didn't just stumble here. I led you. You've been in survival mode too long, waking up just to get through another day, carrying the weight of things no one else sees, trying to believe while feeling broken. That's why I placed the blessing where no man could steal it. I knew you'd get here bruised but ready, weak but willing, and that's all I need. I don't need your strength. I need your yes, because your yes gives me permission to release what's been waiting under your name. Comment 555 if you believe God is about to release what's been held back for you. Do you know how many times I protected you while you thought nothing was happening? While you wept in private and assumed I was silent, I was building something that couldn't be touched by time, failure, or disappointment. You thought I was ignoring you, but I was actually writing something deeper, a story that would make sense only after the breakthrough comes. That's why you couldn't see it yet. I was protecting your faith until you were strong enough to carry the weight of what's next. The breakthrough isn't just coming, it's already here, but it requires you to step. The same way Abraham had to leave his land before he saw the promise, the same way Moses had to stretch his hand over the sea before it split. I've always worked through movement, not loud noise, not crowds, but obedience. Quiet, consistent obedience. That's what activates what's already been placed in your name. You don't need more signs, you need more surrender. And I know you've been through enough to make giving up sound tempting. You've watched others get blessed. You've watched others walk into rooms you prayed for. But what you didn't see was what I was preparing just for you. The delay was not denial. The silence was not punishment. I've just been setting the table, and now it's your name I'm calling. Not because you're perfect, but because you're chosen. Let me say that again. You are chosen, not just called. Chosen. That means I singled you out. That means there's something about your life, your assignment, your heart, that made me pick you. The enemy tried to convince you were overlooked, but I was just hiding you for the right time. This is the time. This is the hour. This is the moment that everything begins to shift. But you must let go of the lies. The lie that you're too late. The lie that you're not qualified. The lie that you missed it. I make all things new. Not some, not a few. All. That includes you. That includes your story. That includes your broken pieces. When I deposited this blessing, I factored in your past. I accounted for your failures. I still said you're worth it. Comment 1212 if you know God has called you for something greater. Let me show you something else. When I said I left the bank in shock, I meant this. The blessing I placed in your name doesn't match the size of your current life. It's bigger. It doesn't fit where you are. That's why things have been uncomfortable lately. That's why some doors had to shut. That's why certain people walked away. I'm expanding you to fit what I've given. You can't carry this and stay the same. That's why the stretching hurts, but it's part of the promise. Your environment won't understand. People around you may question your choices. They may call you crazy for stepping into something that doesn't make sense yet, but I'm not calling you to explain. I'm calling you to obey. There's a blessing that's activated only through risk. I wouldn't ask you to step if I hadn't already gone before you. I don't send you into empty places. I fill them before you arrive. You've been holding on for a long time, and now I'm asking you to let go. Not of the promise, but of the fear. The fear that it won't work, the fear that I'll change my mind, the fear that something will go wrong. Fear is the language of the enemy. Faith is the language of heaven. And right now, heaven is speaking over your life. I'm telling you, it's time to move. The bank has released the deposit. The name on it is still yours. You may feel unprepared. That's okay. I don't require perfection. I ask for trust. I don't need you to know how everything will unfold. I only need you to walk when I say walk. I will lead you step by step. I will show you what to say. I will open the doors you're supposed to walk through, and I will close the ones that are meant to protect you. You are not doing this alone. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I am sending provision with your name on it. I am sending confirmation in ways you weren't expecting. I am aligning things behind the scenes that will make sense soon. And I will not let your foot slip. Even when it looks unstable, my hand will steady you. You are under my covering. I am not only the God who blesses, I am the God who keeps, and I will keep you through the entire journey. You're closer than you think. The pain you felt lately, it wasn't punishment, it was labor. The stretching, the uncertainty, the emotional weight, it was all a sign that the blessing was about to be born. I let you feel the pressure so that you would recognize the delivery. It's time. The spiritual birth is happening, and what's coming is holy, sacred, unstoppable. Nothing can block what I've placed in your name, not your past, not your enemies, not your mistakes, but your decision right now matters. Will you follow me? Will you trust that I know what I'm doing? Will you believe that I didn't bring you this far to leave you now? I am faithful. I am for you. I am fighting for you even when you can't feel it. This blessing is not temporary. It's generational. What you walk into will bless your children and their children. I'm shifting bloodlines. I'm healing histories. I'm restoring years. This isn't just about your life, it's about legacy. That's why the deposit was so massive. That's why the bank was shocked. Because what's in your name will echo far beyond you. You've carried so much in silence. You've had to encourage yourself when no one else saw your pain. And still, you didn't give up. That's why I've placed this deposit under your name. Not because you had it all together, but because I saw your faith when everything tried to break you. This isn't the kind of blessing that just lifts your spirit for a day. This is the kind that shifts your life. You've asked me for change. You've asked me for answers. And I gave them not in the form of immediate relief, but in the form of this moment. You are standing in front of a divine turning point, and how you respond now determines what unfolds next. The heavens are ready, the storehouses are open, the window is wide, but your faith must rise to meet it. Comment 777 if you know God is aligning your steps even now. The enemy wanted to keep you distracted, discouraged, or too tired to care. That's why the warfare increased right before this word reached you. That's why confusion crept in. That's why it felt like nothing made sense anymore, because the enemy knew what was being placed in your name. He couldn't stop it, so he tried to cloud your vision. But I pushed this word through the noise because I need you to see clearly. The deposit has been made. It's waiting for your obedience. Every delay you've faced up until now has been preparing you to carry what's coming. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. I had to remove certain things from your life before I released the weight of this blessing, not because they were all evil, but because they couldn't go where I'm taking you. I had to protect the promise I placed inside of you. Not everyone will understand your next move, and that's okay. They weren't given the vision. You were. I never needed the majority to bless someone. I chose Gideon with a small army. I raised David from a forgotten field. I pulled Joseph from a prison. I used fishermen to preach my gospel. I don't need crowds, I need hearts. And yours has been tested and refined. Not by your choosing, but by mine. Because I was preparing you for something that doesn't fit into the ordinary. You are about to walk into an extraordinary season, if you follow me now. I didn't just leave something in your name so you could feel excited. I placed it there so you would be transformed. This blessing is not meant to be hidden, it is meant to be carried with boldness. It will draw attention not to you but to me. When people see what I've done in your life, they will have to admit it was God. Not luck, not timing, not human effort, but divine intervention. That's why I need you to stay focused. Because what's coming will draw eyes, and I want you to reflect my glory. Comment 999 if you know this blessing is not just for you, but for God's glory through you. You've carried disappointment in your heart, even when you were smiling. You've been faithful in places that felt dry and forgotten. You've worshipped when you felt empty. That hasn't gone unnoticed. I've recorded every moment of obedience, every act of kindness, every prayer spoken through tears. I've watched you pour out when you had nothing left. And now, I'm pouring back into you not just what you gave, but pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Let me speak to the fear in your heart right now. I know it feels risky to hope again. You've hoped before and felt crushed. But this is different. This isn't false hope. This isn't emotional hype. This is a move of God. And my moves don't end in failure. My plans are not guesses, they are promises, and I am not man that I should lie. If I said it's yours, then nothing can keep it from you, except your refusal to move when I say go. Some of you are thinking, but I've made too many mistakes. And to you I say, my grace runs deeper than your failures. I didn't bless you because you were perfect. I blessed you because you were willing. I know every flaw. I see every weakness. And I still chose you. I placed the blessing in your name, knowing everything about you. Nothing about your story disqualifies you when my blood covers it. Others are saying, but I'm not ready. Let me remind you, I equip those I call. I don't wait for readiness. I build it along the way. If you step out, I will meet you. If you obey, I will carry you. I'm not asking you to be strong on your own. I'm asking you to let my strength flow through you. I have never sent anyone into their assignment without sending my spirit with them. You will not be alone. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You're wondering how it will all come together. That's not your burden. It's mine. I'm the one who opens doors. I'm the one who changes hearts. I'm the one who supplies every need. You've tried to figure it all out, but that's not your job. Your job is to believe, to trust, to say yes. I'll take care of the details. I'll handle the provision. I'll organize the steps. You just keep walking with me. What's ahead will challenge you, but it will also fulfill you. It will stretch you, but it will also strengthen you. You won't just see my hand, you'll feel it guiding you. Every day, every decision, every transition, I'll be right there, whispering when to move, holding you when it's heavy, reassuring you when doubt tries to creep in. I am your God. I am not distant. I am not passive. I am involved. Do you know how deeply I care for you? Not just for what you can do, but for who you are. You're my child, my creation, my image bearer. I take joy in blessing you. I take joy in seeing you walk in purpose. I'm not testing you because I'm cruel. I'm developing you so you can sustain what I'm about to release. You've seen glimpses before, but this next wave will be undeniable. People will ask, "How did this happen?" And you'll answer, "God did it." Not because you rehearsed it, but because it will be so clear. You couldn't have done it on your own, and you'll know it. And that's the point. I'm writing a story with your life that only heaven could author, and the world will watch, and some will believe because of what I do through you. So don't doubt, don't shrink, don't back down. What I placed in your name is still yours, and I haven't changed my mind. But I am waiting for your yes, not just with words, with action, with trust, with boldness, because this is a time-sensitive move, and the enemy is hoping you'll hesitate. Don't give him that power. Rise, respond, step. The deposit I spoke of, it's not a figure of speech. It's a divine assignment, sealed and secured under your name. It's not on its way, it's already released. But the question remains, will you receive it before it's handed to someone else? You have no idea how close you are. You've come through the wilderness. You've walked through nights that didn't seem to end. You've praised me when everything in you was breaking. That wasn't for nothing. I've watched you choose me, even when life made no sense. And now heaven is responding. What you carry now is not a hope or a dream, it's a spiritual inheritance. It's been written in the heavenlies, and I've placed it right where your faith can reach it. But this is not something you can claim passively. This requires your attention, your full surrender. You've been asking me for confirmation, and this is it. You've been waiting for a sign, and I am giving it. I am saying, move forward. Take the next step. Trust me. Because what's on the other side of your obedience will make the pain of your waiting feel like a shadow. I'm not just giving you what you want. I'm giving you what you need to become who I've called you to be. Comment 1010 if you know this is not just a moment, it's your divine turning point. You need to understand something vital. What I placed in your name, the enemy cannot touch, but he will still try to talk you out of it. He'll whisper doubt into your ear, He'll distract you with busyness. He'll magnify your insecurities. Because he knows that if you ever truly step into what I've assigned to you, his grip on your life breaks. His lies lose power. His fear tactics collapse. Because when my children begin to walk in my promises, they become dangerous to darkness. So, you must decide, will you keep standing on the edge, or will you step into what I've already prepared? I will not drag you into your blessing. That's not how I work. I gave you a free will so your love for me would be real. I gave you a choice so your surrender would carry meaning. And now, I'm offering you more than relief. I'm offering you a release. From fear, from lack, from confusion, from old identities that no longer fit the new thing I've declared over you. You're not just about to receive something, you're about to become someone. You're stepping into the version of yourself that I saw all along, the one the enemy tried to bury under shame, the one life tried to break down with disappointment, the one religion tried to control. But I see you. I know your name. I know your pain. I know the fire you've walked through. And I've purified you through every flame. There are things I am about to do that will not make sense to others. That's why I had to speak to you privately. That's why I had to place the blessing in your name quietly. Because what's coming next isn't for public validation, it's for kingdom purpose. I'm not raising you up so you can be admired. I'm raising you up because you've been assigned. There's work to do. There are souls to reach. There's freedom to release through your story. Comment 1515 if you believe this next chapter is holy and divinely appointed. Don't look to your past to understand what I'm doing now. Your past was the soil. It grew the roots. But what I'm doing now is the fruit. You don't owe your past an explanation. You don't need to carry the weight of what didn't work before. Let it go. Let it fall. I'm pruning you because I see growth. I'm trimming what's been draining your spirit so that what remains can thrive. Trust me with the cuts. Trust me with the silence. Trust me with the timing. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I've been speaking to your spirit in whispers, in dreams, in moments that didn't make sense to others. I've been awakening something in you that religion couldn't. I've been calling you deeper, not so you can prove yourself, but so you can meet me there. That place beyond comfort, beyond formula, beyond control. That's where my glory lives. That's where my power flows. And that's where the blessing becomes more than just a promise. It becomes your portion. You won't have to beg for what's yours. You won't have to strive for what I've already given. But you do need to follow me, even when it costs you. I've called you to walk a path that others won't understand. But don't let that stop you. You're not crazy. You're not behind. You're not imagining this. You're being led by my spirit. And every step you take in faith is bringing you closer to what already belongs to you. This is your time to rise, to remember who I am and who you are in me. You are not just someone who survived. You are someone who was chosen to carry my glory, to shift atmospheres, to walk in power, to break cycles, to plant seeds of righteousness in places that have been dry for generations. That's why the enemy tried so hard to wear you out. But he failed. You're still here, and now you're about to see why. I am the God who finishes what he starts. I didn't bring you through all of this to leave you halfway. I don't speak halfway blessings. I don't make halfway promises. If I said it's yours, I meant all of it. Not the leftover, not the broken version, the full inheritance, the open doors, the favor that overtakes you, the peace that guards your heart, the provision that meets every need before you even ask. Lift your eyes. The weariness you feel is the enemy's last attempt to hold you back. But I am breathing strength into you right now. I am restoring your clarity. I am stirring your boldness. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned, prepared, empowered, not for someday, but for now. The blessing is live. The instructions are clear. And I am walking with you every step of the way. But I didn't come looking for strength or perfection. I came looking for surrender. I came looking for the one who would say yes, even while trembling. I came for you. And I placed something so valuable in your name that heaven itself took notice, and hell did too. The weight you felt lately isn't just pressure, it's spiritual tension. Because the enemy can sense what's being released over your life. He knows what's been marked for you. He knows what's coming if you step into it. That's why the battles have increased. That's why the confusion has tried to cloud your vision. That's why you've been attacked in the very areas I'm about to bless. It's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. This is where you must dig deeper. You're not waiting for me anymore. I've already moved. I've already made the deposit. You're standing in the middle of a divine moment. But divine moments don't look dramatic from the outside. They look like choices, obedience, decisions made in faith when everything inside you says to turn back. That's where the miracle lives. Not in noise, but in trust. Comment 1717 if you know this season is sacred and you refuse to miss it. I'm not giving you something just to make your life more comfortable. I'm releasing something that will mark generations through your life. I'm raising you up to be a carrier of breakthrough, a vessel of my presence, a reflection of my faithfulness. People will look at your life and wonder how you made it, how doors opened, how things shifted so fast. But you'll know. You'll remember this moment. You'll remember when I told you it was deposited under your name and you believed. You see, I never asked you to be fearless. I asked you to trust me in the middle of fear. I know your humanity. I know your doubts. I see how you replay the mistakes, but I'm not holding your past against you. I've already erased it. I've already dealt with it at the cross. So stop acting like you're disqualified. You are not disqualified. You are chosen. You are redeemed. You are anointed for this very moment. You are not the same person you used to be. That season is over. That version of you served a purpose, but it doesn't fit anymore. You've been growing, even in silence. You've been changing, even when no one noticed. And now, I'm calling the new you to come forth. The one I designed in the secret place. The one shaped by fire, not fame. The one forged in surrender, not applause. That's the you who is ready to receive what I've released. I placed this blessing in your name long before you saw the battle. I knew what would try to stop you. I knew what would try to discourage you. But I also knew you would still be standing. And because you are, I'm not just restoring what was lost, I'm multiplying what's next. The increase I'm sending won't make sense. It won't add up on paper. Because I'm not blessing you according to your effort. I'm blessing you according to my promise. There are doors about to open that don't match your resume. Opportunities that bypass every logical explanation. Conversations that position you in rooms you didn't campaign to enter. This is divine acceleration. And it's not coming because you earned it. It's coming because you endured. Because you stayed close to me when it would have been easier to walk away. Because you chose me again and again, even when the answers didn't come quickly. Comment Amen if you know God is elevating you beyond what you asked for. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have to stop playing small, stop apologizing for the favor on your life. Stop shrinking to fit places I've called you to leave. You don't belong in limitation anymore. I've expanded you. I've grown you. You've outgrown that mindset, that fear, that cycle. And now I'm calling you higher. Not for pride, not for status, but for purpose. I've assigned something to your life that is too important for you to stay where you've been. You've waited long enough. The delay has ended. The season has shifted. But you still have to walk it out. The promise doesn't fall into your lap. It shows up in front of you, waiting for your step of faith. And when you move, I move with you. When you speak, I'll give you the words. When you enter the place I've assigned, I'll cause the ground beneath you to respond to your presence. That's the kind of favor I'm giving you. This next chapter is going to stretch you. It's going to expose the places where you've settled, but it's also going to ignite things inside of you that have been asleep for too long, dreams you buried, visions you silenced, passions you ignored because life got hard. I'm waking all of it up now, because you're ready, and I need everything I placed inside of you to come alive. You won't do this in your strength. You never could. That's why I'm sending fresh oil, a fresh wave of peace, a fresh anointing. You'll feel me guiding you in the small things. You'll hear me in moments you used to miss. Because I'm not just giving you a blessing, I'm increasing your awareness of my presence. That's the real gift. Not what's in your hand, but who walks with you. And I want to say this clearly. You are safe in my hands. You don't need to look over your shoulder anymore. You don't need to keep replaying worst-case scenarios. I am covering you. I am defending you. I am surrounding you with favor like a shield. No weapon formed against you will prosper, not now, not ever. What I've placed in your name cannot be stolen. It can only be rejected by you. So choose faith. Choose me. Choose to believe again. I will not let you fall. I will not let this word return void. I am the God who fulfills, the God who carries to completion, the God who goes before you and prepares the way. You've waited long enough. You've wandered long enough. Now it's time to rise. And when you rise, everything I've stored for you begins to move. Heaven does not wait without reason. And now that you're moving, so is everything around you. You're about to see fruit where you once saw failure. You're about to walk through gates you didn't even know existed. You're about to realize that the waiting wasn't wasted. It was preparation. It was training. It was alignment. I've used every setback to sharpen you, every delay to strengthen you, every closed door to direct you. And now, you're stepping into what was always yours. It's not for temporary relief. This isn't a rescue, it's a rebirth, a reintroduction. I'm taking what looked like ruins and rebuilding it into something glorious, something unmistakably touched by my hand. You didn't come this far to remain the same. I told you the deposit was already placed in your name. What I didn't say before, but what you need to hear now, is that others have already tried to claim what's yours. The enemy has whispered in their ears. Jealous eyes have looked at you and tried to copy what I've given. But no matter how hard they try, they cannot access what I have sealed for you. The vault only opens to the sound of your faith. And if you stay silent now, if you let discouragement win, they will hand it over to someone else who dares to believe. You must fight for this, not with your fists, not with your mouth, but with your faith. This blessing will require persistence. It will require discipline. It will require moments where you choose obedience, even when you feel overlooked. But remember this: I do not tease my children. I do not stir up hope to leave you empty. If I've said it's yours, then no power of hell can revoke it. But you must stay close enough to me to receive it when the time comes. Comment 222 if you are holding on to God's promise with everything inside of you. You've been walking through unfamiliar places. It's been lonely at times, but that loneliness wasn't punishment. It was preservation. I had to pull you away from certain people who would have sabotaged what I'm giving you. I had to separate you so I could strengthen you. You didn't lose people, you gained clarity. You didn't miss opportunities, you missed traps. I've been shielding your future by cutting ties you didn't even know were dangerous, and now you're in a new place. You can feel the shift, even if you can't explain it. You can sense the weight of something coming, something that can't be ignored anymore. That's not anxiety. That's your spirit standing at the edge of a breakthrough. That's your heart responding to what's already been activated in the heavenly realm. It's like you're standing in front of a gate that's beginning to open, and all of heaven is waiting to see if you'll step forward. I need you to know that I trust you with this. I chose you knowing all your flaws, all your failures, all your doubts. I didn't choose you because you were ready. I chose you because I knew you'd rely on me. The proud don't need me. The desperate do. And I've always drawn close to the ones who cry out. I've always responded to those who stay hungry, even when it hurts. And you, yes, you have stayed hungry when others walked away. That hunger is about to be filled. That thirst is about to be satisfied. That obedience is about to be rewarded. Not just in part, but in full. I am not a halfway God. I'm not handing you crumbs. I'm releasing overflow. Not so you can boast, but so you can pour into others. What I give you isn't just for you. It's for the ones connected to your yes. That's why it's so heavy. Because it's so holy. Comment Amen if you still believe God is going to do more than you imagined. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Some of you have been walking around with questions. Did I miss it? Did I take too long? Did I disqualify myself? Let me answer you clearly. No, you didn't miss it. No, you're not too late. No, I haven't changed my mind. I knew your timeline. I knew your detours. I factored in your humanity when I called you. Grace covered the gaps. Mercy carried you through the mess. And my hand never lifted from your life. You're standing in the place I prepared for you, right now. And while your eyes may not see it all yet, your obedience is pulling it closer with every step. There are things I am aligning in the background that you don't even know to pray for. I'm moving on hearts you haven't met yet. I'm speaking your name in rooms you haven't walked into. I'm opening paths through places that looked impossible. But I need your heart fully surrendered. I don't just want your plans, I want your trust. I don't just want your obedience when it makes sense, I want your faith when it doesn't. Because this is not about comfort, this is about calling. And what I've called you to do cannot be done in your own strength. You will need me every step of the way. But that's the beauty of this blessing. It keeps you close to me. Don't let fear keep you where I've already called you out from. You've grown past that place. You've matured beyond that mindset. What used to fit no longer serves you. I've outgrown your surroundings because I've been growing something in you. And now, what's been hidden is being revealed. What's been planted is pushing through. You will bear fruit, visible, undeniable, lasting fruit. Not because you forced it, but because you remained. There's someone who's still unsure, still hesitant, still wondering if this could really be for them. Let me speak to you now. You are not invisible. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. I know your name. I've written it on the palm of my hand. I've placed angels around you when you didn't even know you needed protection. I've walked beside you when you felt abandoned. And I have not changed. I am still with you. I am still calling you. You will see it. The restoration, the release, the reward. You will see me show up in ways that silence every doubt. You will feel my presence in rooms that once felt cold. You will recognize my fingerprints on every part of your story. And you will know it was me all along. I was working in the shadows. I was building when you thought nothing was happening. I was arranging miracles while you slept. This next season will be different. Not perfect, but purposeful. I'm not removing every challenge. I'm giving you the strength to overcome them. I'm not erasing every battle. I'm teaching you how to fight with peace. I'm not promising a life without storms. I'm promising my presence inside the storm. That's the blessing. That's the difference. That's why you'll walk in power. Not because you avoided pain, but because you let pain lead you back to me. You've come too far to give up now. You've seen too much to stop believing. You've endured too long to walk away. Stay with me. Stay positioned. Stay open. Because the very next step could be the one that changes everything. I haven't forgotten my word over you. I haven't delayed my promise. I've just been waiting for your heart to say yes. And now that it has, get ready. What's been locked is opening. What's been delayed is being released. What's been broken is being restored. What's been held is being handed over. And it's all happening under your name, because you stayed, because you trusted, because you believed. I'm not just speaking for today. I'm declaring what will shape the rest of your life. This isn't temporary. It's transformational. And if you keep following me, you're going to witness what it looks like when heaven backs your steps. You've questioned yourself for too long. Is this really mine? Did I hear right? What if I step out and nothing happens? Let me answer all of it with one truth. I am the Lord your God. I don't tease. I don't mislead. I don't send words just to stir emotion. When I say it's yours, it is. And right now, what I placed in your name still belongs to you. But I will not force it into your hands. You must open your heart and believe. Comment 333 to declare your faith with boldness right now. Let me show you something else. I never said the road would be smooth, but I did say I'd walk it with you. The trials didn't mean I left. The pain didn't mean I changed my mind. Those hard moments were not the absence of me, they were proof that you were closer to purpose than ever before. The resistance wasn't random. It was an attempt to steal the blessing before it could fully bloom. But you didn't let go. And because of that, I'm releasing double for your trouble. Some of the blessings I'm about to release will come in quiet ways, small shifts that open massive doors, a conversation, an unexpected opportunity, a phone call that changes your direction, and you'll know it's me not because it's flashy, but because it carries peace. When I move, there's no confusion. Even in chaos, my children know my voice. and I will confirm what's from me. You don't have to chase it. I will bring it to your feet when you're in the right place with the right heart. And I want to speak directly to the one who feels forgotten. You've watched others receive. You've clapped for blessings that you've longed for. You've celebrated others while wondering if I see you at all. I do. I always have. And I've saved something for you that no one else could carry. That's why it took time. That's why you had to go through things others didn't. I wasn't punishing you, I was preparing you. And now, your name is being called. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This isn't about being the best, this is about being faithful. I honor faith, not fame. I reward hearts, not platforms. I look at the ones who stayed when it was quiet, the ones who gave when they had little, the ones who believed when everything looked dead. You are that one. You're not here by chance. You didn't press through all this time just to be left behind. What I've started in you, I will complete. Comment 1111 if you're ready to walk into what's been promised. Let's talk about what happens next. Because it's not enough to receive this word, you must walk it out. Obedience will always be the door between you and fulfillment. If I say move, move. If I say wait, wait. If I say release something, let it go. Don't second guess what I'm asking. You prayed for this. You asked me to guide you, now I am. And the faster you obey, the faster you see the harvest. You may not have the full plan, but you don't need it. I never gave anyone the whole map at once. I gave Noah the instructions one step at a time. I gave Abraham direction without a destination. I gave Moses a command before the sea opened. Why? Because I wanted their trust more than their understanding. That's what I want from you too. I want your heart, your surrender, your yes before it all makes sense. This next season will test your sensitivity. You'll have to tune out the noise. Not every voice deserves access. Not every opinion should shape your steps. Listen to me. Let my word be louder than your fear. Let my spirit guide you when your emotions try to speak louder. You know me. You've walked with me. And I haven't brought you this far to let confusion rob what's been stored under your name. The enemy is watching too. He can't stop the blessing, but he'll try to delay your obedience. That's why distractions increase when destiny draws near. That's why little frustrations try to consume your energy. Don't fall for it. You must protect your focus. Guard your peace. Prioritize my presence. Because where my presence is, your clarity will live. And where clarity lives, purpose flows. You've been carrying a quiet strength that only I fully see. You've held it together when no one knew the weight you carried. And you need to hear this now. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your endurance. I'm proud of your faith. I'm proud of your growth. You may not feel like you've done much, but to me, every act of trust has been worship, and I'm responding to it all. Nothing you've done for me has been wasted. What comes next will be fast. I need you to stay grounded. I'm not blessing you just to impress others. I'm blessing you to position you for kingdom work. Stay humble, stay grateful, stay ready, because I'm not just giving you a breakthrough, I'm making you a breakthrough for others. I'm using your story to unlock faith in people you haven't even met yet. You are a carrier of light, a bearer of hope. You've been refined for a reason. What didn't kill you trained you. What didn't break you built you. What didn't make sense shaped you. And now, what I've placed in your name will shine through you. It will heal others. It will point people back to me. It will glorify my name, because that's what true blessing does. It draws hearts back to the Father.